What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Chicago Bulls MyLeague, and today we are in the Eastern Conference semifinals as we did beat the Charlotte Hornets in the Game 7 of last episode. If you missed that one, go check it out. Game 7 in Chicago was an impressive win, but we start out this series against the Indiana Pacers in the semifinals, up 3-0 with a big Game 3 win away from home, 114 to 113. But we're here in Indiana for Game 4, trying to close it out. A 4-game clean sweep would be nice to get. And you see the starting lineups. You see our usual, but George Hill, Monte Ellis, Lance Thomas, Amir Johnson, and Robin Lopez. There's one big name missing from that lineup, and that big name is Paul George. And you will see here just a second, he has a broken arm and will not be here for the series against the Indiana Pacers, which could be the reason why we are up 3-0, but... or 3-0. I don't know if you guys are soccer fans or not. You call that 3-0. But anyways, we do get the first bucket of the game. Now here, up 2-0. A dish to Derrick Rose. He hits the 3-ball. Being up 3-0 was huge for me because usually when I sim in the playoffs, if you guys have seen year 1 or even this year so far, as you saw the first round, when we sim, we just get so far into the games not to take risks whether I want to play 2 games in a row against the same team, which you guys don't want to see against the same team over and over again. And I know that gets boring, and the repetition of that is just not fun to watch. But sometimes I just have to take the risk of simulating the game where it's an elimination game for us, and thankfully so far we've been able to get out of those usually. But it's nice to be up 3-0 and try to close here, but I also really want to win this game, because if not, I'm going to have to simulate and until maybe we'd have to play the Indiana Pacers once again, like a Game 6, Game 7. But look at that flush by Jimmy Butler. He goes hard at the rim all day long this game. Just look out for that. But yeah, I'm really excited that we were up 3-0, and I need to get another win here for Game 4 and get a clean sweep going to the Eastern Conference Finals. And Derrick Rose is helping that out. 2 threes, dish to Taj Gibson, the paint, 2-handed flush, a nice dunk right there. Now here's Derrick Rose, one-handed, left-handed bounce pass. In real life, you guys have known the trade rumors around Derrick Rose. It seems like the New York Knicks are really interested in him, but I know in this MyLeague we are going to be keeping Derrick Rose. Now here is Ish Smith. He's going to dish that one over to Jordan Hill. A jumper for Jordan Hill. Mid-range jumper is good. At the end of the first quarter, the Indiana Pacers are playing hard without Paul George, but we are still up 26-24 in Game 4 in Indiana. Really trying to get this big win here. And Avery Bradley, Derrick Rose, and Jimmy Butler are really contributing very well. And here he has Jimmy Butler once again, 2-handed flush. I told you he goes hard at the rim. Monte Ellis for 3. This is one of their only known scorers really that I can think would take over a game here against the Chicago Bulls without Paul George. So I need to look out for Monte Ellis. But there's Jimmy Butler just going out too small. Monte Ellis, and that's what I tried to do with Jimmy Butler quite a bit. But look at the step back 3 by Monte. That is cash. And you really can't stop that at all. Here's Jimmy Butler on the break, though, off the steal, the one-handed flush. He's got 14 here now in the second quarter. Now here, a dish up the floor. Jimmy Butler's going to stop and pop, and that one is good. We are up by 7, 41-34. Now here's Jimmy Butler once again on the left wing. Jimmy Butler's going to drive baseline. Look at that layup. That was a beautiful animation, a beautiful finish by Jimmy Butler. Here he is once again. He's going to brush back on George Hill. He's going to dish over to Mirotic. Mirotic, excellent release. That is good for 3. We are up by 10 now. Here's Ish Smith trying to go. He's going to drive just to Amir Johnson. That one is good. Now here's Derrick Rose. He's going to drive. He's going to look over to Jimmy Butler. A pump fake. He's going to go to the rim, and he's going to get another dunk. 21 points in the first half. Here's Ish Smith with a shot clock winding down. 10-point game. A jumper in Derrick Rose's face. That is good. 8-point game. Now here Jimmy Butler once again. He's getting double team. Dish inside the Taj. Gives him one-handed flush in a man's face. That is just grown man's finish. Now here is George Hill once again. Pass inside the Miles Turner. Just left him all alone, I guess. And that would take us into the half. We are up 50-42. But Jimmy Butler is playing an impressive first half. He has 21 points at halftime. We're 19-34 from the field, 5-9 from 3. Need to keep that one up in the second half if we want to get this Game 4 victory and the sweep in the Eastern Conference semifinals. We're in the second half now, up by 7. Here's some great ball movement by the Indiana Pacers, getting into Amir Johnson, who gets a one-handed flush as we're trying to get back on defense. Here's Derrick Rose with the pump fake, going hard. Another nice finish by Derrick Rose. He's got 12 points here. Now here's Jordan Hill on the corner. He's going to give it to George Hill. He just goes up for a pull-up jumper from 3, and that one is good. It's an 8-point game. Now we leave C.J. Miles wide open. Another jumper. That's the only thing I have to worry about now. Without having Paul George, who really can't attack the rim, Monte Ellis can attack, but we have enough big bodies in the paint paint where we can really block his shot or at least alter his shot, but we just need to make sure we don't give him open jump shots. And right here, there's Robin Lopez and one. He's going to miss the free throw though. Now up by 6, a bad pass. Kick up McDermott up to Avery Bradley. A nice finish right there, and we go up 12 here late in the third. Up by 9, 69-60. Jimmy Butler over to Avery Bradley for 3. That is good. And we are up by 12 now. Ish Smith's going to drive. He's going to kick that one into Jordan Hill. And one. Can't be afforded to let up and ones there in the paint just that easily. He gets the free throw to go. Now up by 9 here late in the third. Here's Jimmy Butler refusing the screen. He's going to throw that one down on Ish Smith. Ish Smith had no chance and he knew it. Now there's Monte dishing in Jordan Hill, who gets another one-handed slam. 7-point game. Jimmy Butler's going to pull up right there effortlessly, but it does not matter with Jimmy Butler. He's got 27. We're up by 8 at the end of the third quarter, 77-69, and need to just win this fourth quarter, and we get a sweep going into the Eastern Conference Finals, and that would be big. Jimmy Butler's going to back his man down, going to swing it over to Tony Snell for 3. That one is good. Tony Snell with a nice jump shot right there. Once again, getting double teamed. Jimmy Butler is a dish to Diamond Stone, a two-handed flush in Robin Lopez's face. Up by 9. Now here's George Hill trying to bring them back. It's now going to be a 7-point game, but the inbounds on the ensuing possession, Jimmy Butler's going to take this one all the way. A nice contact finish for the layup. It's so difficult when the CPU tries to press, as you see George Hill hit a 3, because it's just not realistic. It's not realistic when they press. You can just run around them, get an easy dunk or layup or anything. Here's Monte running around our defense, getting an easy layup. It's an 8-point game. Jimmy Butler trying to close this one out. He's going to drive around Pau Gasol mainly, and he's going to throw that one down. 10-point game. A dish over to Jimmy Butler. Mid-range jumper is good. Jimmy Butler has 38 points. Now here's George Hill trying to give the Indiana Pacers one last chance to come back into this game and come back into the series. Here's Lance Thomas dishing into Jordan Hill. The little jumper does roll. It's a 7-point game. Here's Monte Ellis over to George Hill. An easy mid-range jumper that's going to be missed. And George Hill is going to ruin their comeback. A bucket here would really end them. Derrick Rose is going to wisely back that one out and set a play up over to Tony Snell. Over back to Jimmy Butler. Trying to make something happen. Trying to close this one out. He's going to drive. Dish to Diamond Stone. Out to Derrick Rose for 3. Dagger. Derrick Rose ends this game 97-87. We get the 4-game sweep. We're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. A big victory, a big time performance by Jimmy Butler, and one that we definitely needed to get that 97-87 win in Indiana. Even though there's no Paul George, this team was very relentless, and the Indiana Pacers really gave us 4 tough games. So we had that 1-point win in Game 3, but we do come out victorious, and we are advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. And who knows who we'll play? Come back if you want to see who we do play in the Eastern Conference Finals. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit the like button. As always, I'm out. Peace.